and welcome to Gymnastics with Joy, the podcast that flips your perspective on gymnastics, where every athlete has a story and we're here to tell it. I'm Joy, and today I am joined by a sensational star, a tumbling tornado, a floor queen, a 1.5 stick machine. She flips, she flies, and she files. She's calm on the beam, an empress of acrylic dreams. I can't believe she's here, but she is. Please welcome Simone Rose.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
That intro was amazing. Oh my God, I loved that.
Yay, I'm so glad you liked it. Listen, I need you to come to Nashville because look what happened. This
Oh
happened
no.
and these happened, and like I'm a nail girly too, so I've got to go to my nail tech, but I wish it were you.
Oh, I'd love to do your nails.
One day we'll do it. First things first. What got you into nails? Because you're the nail queen. I love nails as well, but it's hard to do your own and it's hard to get really good at it. It takes a long time, a lot of practice. Over COVID, I had the
Mhm.
brilliant idea that I was going to start doing my own nails and like I was going to do dip I was going to do dip with tips because I felt like that
Mhm.
would be easiest. No, it was really hard. They didn't look good. But it was COVID, so it was like whatever. At least like I have a little bit of joy.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I very much love that you kind of do other people's nails on Team USA and you always are showing your nails to the camera on NBC. So talk to us about kind of how you got into that because I love that about you.
Yeah, it started actually in COVID also. I was honestly bored at home and I was trying a whole bunch of different hobbies with art because I always loved painting and I did a lot of like clay sculptures and then I saw online a lot of like nail art. So I'm like, I wanted to give this a try.
Hmm.
And my grandma actually bought me like a gel nail kit and a gel light. So I was experimenting with that. And I remember the first time like I saw people doing longer nails. I didn't have tips at all. So I would literally put paper on my nails for tips and use the gel to like make it stronger.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was so crazy. And then eventually I got like tips and I tried dip first also, and that one, a lot of people said it was beginner friendly. I
It's
don't think it
not.
is at all.
It's
It
not.
is not that easy. I tried polygel, which is like a form of acrylic, but in a gel form, so it's like a thicker gel. I did that for a long time, and then I tried acrylic one time. That's really, really hard. And then I recently switched to Gel X, and that has been the easiest and most fun for me because it's a little quicker
Hmm.
to put the tips on, and then I can do the design on them.
How long does it take you? Because when I was doing my own like dip, it took me like 4 hours.
I could say it could take from like 2 to 6 hours on a weekend.
Well,
Like
especially your painting.
mhm. I feel like putting the tips on sometimes if since I'm such a perfectionist, it can take an hour just to like prep my nails, and then the design takes like forever.
Mhm.
But it always ends up looking so nice. So it's worth it putting in all that time and effort.
Yes, I remember watching. I don't remember if it was championships, but Sam Peshek, you did her nails, and she showed it on the TV, and I was like, "Ah, I want someone to do my nails." So if you ever come to Nashville, or if I'm ever in the Pacific Northwest, we will make it happen.
Well, yes. Yeah, actually, I think Sam asked me at Classics before, and I don't think she was like serious about it, but I messaged her a little before championships, and I'm like, so like, what nails do you want? Like, what design? And she like responded, she's like, oh, I didn't think I'd actually do it, but she had like a base on, and I did a design, and it was really fun because also Corey, he was filming behind the scenes for that, and it was a lot of fun.
Cute. I
Mhm.
love it. We'll talk more about like beauty and nails later, but I just wanted to talk about that off the bat because I think it's so cool that you do nails. You got into gymnastics very young, like
Mhm.
very, very young, right? How old
Yeah.
were you?
I started mommy and me classes, I think, at 2 years old.
Right.
And then I was walking really early and I got put in a more advanced class. And then I was doing like forward rolls and cartwheels all around the house. So my parents decided to put me in, and I've just fell in love with it and done it ever since.
Yeah. When did you first realize that elite gymnastics was something that you wanted to pursue seriously?
I don't think I really realized. I think my coaches had saw like how much I like put in the work and how good I was getting, so they tried tops with me. And I remember the first year I don't think I made really much of anything because I kind of put it in late, but I didn't realize what path I was going. I my coaches just recommended it and I was just going that path.
Hmm.
But as I've been continuing to do it, I think this was the right path for me, and it's really fun and exciting for each year to come by. I started at another gym in Washington. Pacific Rain actually opened in 2021.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
So,
thought.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
I started at another gym, and then Kale moved to that gym, and he really just helped me. I got skills super quick with him. He really like broke down the drills, and I really started to understand how to do the skills. And then he decided after COVID to open his own gym. So there was 12 of us girls who followed him, and we started at another gym just like while he was finalizing finding a building and everything. So we were there was I think it started out with 12 of us,
Mhm.
and then we helped set up what Pacific Rain is now, and now it's like a big club gym,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
huge.
really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really exciting. I mean, Pacific Rain, you guys are doing it. You're doing it. And I have so much respect. I watch everything on socials. Y'all are always posting fun videos and I just really love everything that you guys are doing, truly.
Mhm. Shout out to Corey for all those videos. He's
Oh,
behind the scenes for all the social media,
I
and
love it.
he'll come in just with a phone and a mic and be like, answer this question. And it's so fun the way he puts it together and you see it on social media. It's so exciting.
Well, he does a fantastic shout out, Corey. It looks amazing. Like truly doing it. I love it. I love all of that content. What has been the biggest learning curve for you, maybe moving up through the elite levels?
I think knowing that how much work you have to put in and how much it will pay off. And I feel like elite gymnastics gives you so many opportunities in traveling internationally and competing with different countries and competing just it's just so fun, and it's something different from like level 10 in the DP program. So
Right. Yeah. So you obviously, you're very, you're one of my favorites. I love watching you. I love watching you on bars. I love watching you on vault, floor, and beam. Like you are just so steady and you're very calm. You have a very calm nature about you. Is that something that comes naturally for you, or is it something you've had to work at?
I feel like I definitely really had to work at that. I think this year I figured it out. And like as a junior, you're coming up and you kind of are learning the steps of being an elite. And I think this year I really figured out how to stay calm in those big environments. And I think also what taught me that is Olympic trials. Olympic trials was such a loud and like amazing meet with like a few girls, but it was so loud and energetic in there. And I saw how like fun you can have while also doing the best that you can and
Yeah.
being with the best in the world. So I
Yeah.
really learned how to stay calm in those moments. And I feel like that calmness really broke out this year, and learning how to hit 4 for 4 at a lot of meets.
Is that something Kayla helps you with a lot? Is that calm energy?
Yeah, we would go through a lot of like mental trainings, and even every Saturday we have sports psych,
Mhm.
and he goes through this book called Champion Minded and just does a couple lessons on that, and that really helps. Not obviously gymnastics is such a hard sport, but although it's so physical, it's also so mental, and how you figure out how to train and know how to learn how to compete too. So
Yeah. Is there a skill that you are most proud of learning and competing?
I think a pack on bars, because when I first learned that, or was trying to learn it when I was really young, and I was literally like doing a flyaway in between the bars, and it was
That's
like
actually scary.
yeah, it was really scary. And then Kale came and is like, I'm not sure we can keep this pack. Like, I don't think it's gonna work out. So I learned to straddle back. And then I think last year, he I was learning a pack full and it wasn't going the best. So we tried packs and I think it clicked a little better and I understood it a little more this time around. So that one was I was really proud of because it was like 5 years in the making.
Yeah. I love your swing on bars. You,
Thank you.
yeah, you have really great swing. I know you won the gold. I watched you win the gold medal on bars at Yesela Trophy.
Mhm.
Um, what was that like? Because I know you were in that final with a lot of great bar workers and you hit a phenomenal bar routine.
Mhm. I was honestly such an honor to be in Italy and competing against all those girls. And I think I really just stayed calm. I knew I put in all the work to get there and I knew how to hit that. So I remembered all the training I had been in. And I just remembered like, I thought I was like competing back in my home gym and all my teammates and friends were cheering me on. And just remembered like, no matter what happened, like people were going to be proud of me. And I knew I was going to be proud of myself.
Yeah. Well, you knocked it out of the park. It was beautiful. And I think since then, like you really are just you have great swing and you don't muscle anything and it's a pleasure to watch, watch you on bars on every event. But yeah, I think bars I really, really love you on.
Thanks.
Yeah. What is one skill that may look easy on TV, but it's actually terrifying?
I'd say like honestly any series on Beam, like backhand spring lele, side relays, they can gymnasts can make those look so easily, but like they're honestly like such a struggle to learn,
Hmm.
and it's honestly every time I do it, it's like sometimes scary. I've gotten better because I've done it so long, but like doing them at the beginning, it's like it's always terrifying.
Yeah, I can only imagine. The side aerial lay is one thing that blows my mind. That
Mhm.
I mean, all of it does, but Joss does the side aerial lay, and she hits it like pretty much every time
Mhm.
and makes it look easy. And I feel like those kinds of acro series are not easy. So what is the secret to, because you do the same thing. I feel like you make gymnastics look easy. Your gymnastics looks like it is easy, even though it's not at all. Listeners, please know what she is doing is incredibly difficult, but you make the spectator calm watching you. And so I was just kind of curious, like, how do you, obviously you said that those kind of acro series are scary. Um, when you're preparing for it on beam, obviously you can't take a lot of time to sit there and be like, okay, let's get this. So what goes through your mind like right before that acro series? Because you do make it look so easy.
For all the skills I do, I have like certain cues that are like one or two words that I say before every time I do that skill, I will say the cues. And I feel like that really helps my like mind lock in that what skill I'm doing. And
Yeah,
I'm also someone who like I can't stand there too long before I go because I'm like thinking about it too
you
much.
get in your
I
head.
really just gotta like yeah, I gotta get up and go. So saying those one or two cue words to help me like focus on the corrections I need, like that really helps me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, truly, my friends and I have talked about this, but your gymnastics, it's incredibly difficult, but it's very casual, like in the sense that it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna throw this and I'm gonna make it look easy, but it's incredibly difficult. I just respect that about you. It's great.
Thank you.
Okay, obviously you have a lot of memories wearing a Team USA leotard, but what is your first memory of putting the Team USA leotard on, and what is your favorite memory of wearing a Team USA Leo?
My first memory of putting a Team USA Leo on was at in my first junior international assignment in Paris. I remember that competition qualifying for that. I
Mm,
remember I fell on my first event and I was honestly worried that I wasn't going to make it, but I really just focused on what was going next and what event was coming up and hit the other three and got on the team, and I was just super excited to one go to Paris. That was my first time ever traveling outside of the US.
Oh,
And Paris is honestly probably the best location to go first.
yeah.
So it was such an honor to compete there. It was so much fun, the energy in there. they have like I think school kids come in and watch, and it's so loud in there. It's so fun and exciting, and I just had so much fun there.
What does success look like for you right now? Not long term, but this season, this upcoming season.
I think just going into all of my competition with one goal and coming out of it just being proud of myself, whatever I put out on the floor.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't I can't like know what I'm gonna do at a meet right this second.
Right.
But going into a meet, being calm and being confident and knowing I've put in so much hard work to get there, and then coming out of it being proud of whatever I put out there and just being excited for what's to come next.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. So, as a lot of people know, you are committed to the University of Florida. And I'm just curious, take us to the moment where you knew Florida was the place you wanted to go.
I knew like literally right after my visit. It
Hmm.
was my first visit I went on, and after I told my parents that Florida just felt like home and like that didn't feel like a visit. And they were both like, "Well, calm down. That was your first visit. Like, you can't commit just yet."
Hmm.
So I needed something to compare it to. But then in a sense, like I was worried that all my visits were gonna feel like that because it was my first one. I didn't know what to expect. And it
Hmm.
was so fun and exciting that I just like knew then and there. But after I went on my other two visits, it that one just felt like more. I loved the team, I loved the coaches, I loved the campus, I loved everything about Florida, and I just knew that's where I wanted to go.
What was there anything in particular that really stood out to you about the program?
I think just their team aspect and how much the girls hang out in and outside of the gym and how much someone could be on beam and hit a really good routine and someone could be on bars and you could hear them cheering. I
Yeah,
mean, like there's smaller teams in such a big gym, but they still make it feel so energetic and loud in there.
I love that. Have you already pictured yourself competing in the O Dome?
I haven't yet, but I'm excited for honestly this season into seeing the team and like knowing that that'll be me next year. It's just so
Yeah.
exciting.
I I can't wait because you have a really phenomenal Yurchenko 1.5. And I think that is going to do really well in college, actually.
Thank you.
Yes. Which events are you most, well, that kind of ties into this. Which events are you most excited to bring to Florida? And is the all around your goal or?
I think yeah, all around would
Mhm.
be my biggest goal, but I think vault would be one that I feel really confident about and I think I could really put a lot in the lineup. And I think also floor because getting a college floor routine it sounds like the most exciting thing ever. It's like I feel like it's a little different from the elite world and
Mhm.
you put a little more input in your music and stuff, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, you're going to be amazing there. Are you going to keep your hair blue when you're there?
Yes, I think I will.
Period. I love it. That question was from a friend of mine. She was very curious. She's like, I hope someone keeps her blue hair. Okay, now I want to talk nails, beauty, and your creative side.
Yeah.
How, obviously, we talked about how that passion kind of started, but is there anyone who that you get nail inspo from?
I honestly get nail inspo from like everywhere. I've looked on
Mhm.
Pinterest, and honestly, sometimes it can take me hours to just decide on what I want to do.
Mhm.
Also, my Leos, like this year, I designed my Leos for the first time, which was really fun. And then to do a matching nail set with it was just so exciting too.
That's so cute. I love that. I would love, yeah, I would totally be matching my nails to my Leo. Do you remember the first nail set you did and what it looked like?
I think I started with just like solid colors,
Hmm.
but I remember I think I did like a cow print one time
Hmm.
and just some like rhinestone nails. Those were some of my favorites when I started.
Cute. So are you more, I mean, maybe when you started out, it was more minimalistic, but I feel like now you're really into the designs and stuff.
hmm Yeah, I feel like when I started, like I saw those so like intricate designs and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. So I started simpler and then now like I feel like any inspo I could find, I could if I really put my mind to it, I think I could figure out how to do it.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that. Do your teammates ever request specific designs before competitions?
Not really. I haven't actually done a lot of my teammates' nails just
Okay.
because all of us are so busy.
Yeah.
So I've done them a couple times like over the summer, but a lot of them will go to salons and be like, well, I don't like how these turned out. Can you maybe like fix them? Or like, yeah, just like, I mean, they're always asking, like every week I like change my nails. So they're always asking like Monday at practice, like, oh, what's the nail design this week? So
Well, what is the nail design this week? Can we see?
this week I have fireworks for New
Oh,
Year's.
that's gorgeous. I love that, Simone. So pretty. How do you balance, obviously, you're flipping and you're catching bars and stuff. How do you balance like find the perfect length? Because obviously I know like Jordan talks about how having long nails kind of helps her with her technique. Is it similar for you? And how do you balance like, okay, that's too long, but I still want long nails. How do you find that balance?
I think I've slowly gotten longer and longer. When I started, I like really had them short, and then when I have like weeks off, I do longer nails because I thought longer nails were so cool.
Hmm.
And then I slowly was like making my nails longer, and now I feel like I literally can't do gymnastics without them. Like I think it feel weird.
Hmm.
And I think honestly, swinging bars it does help because, like Jordan said, you don't want to break a nail like on a release because I've done it multiple times before and it does not feel good at all.
Yeah.
So I think it helps you find exactly where you want to release the skill and catch it how you want it to.
Yeah, and just catch at the perfect distance.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Have you ever messed up a set and had to kind of improvise?
I've broken nails before, but I always will travel with a nail kit with extra tips and all of the colors I use and brushes. So after that practice, I will always fix my nails and they will always be on for the next practice.
Simone takes this seriously, y'all. I love it. Could you see yourself like doing nails, like having a career in beauty or nails, like one day when you no longer are doing gymnastics?
Yeah, I've actually thought about it like going I think at college, like even some of my the other 2026 is like Kieran, she's like, you're gonna be my nail tech when we get to Florida. So I think that's exciting. And even some of the girls on the team, I remember when I went on my unofficial visit a couple or it was in November,
Hmm.
they were like all of them wanted to see my nails right away and they were all like, you're when you come here, you're doing my nails. So
I love that. You're already booked, girl.
yeah.
If you could do one celebrity's nails, who would it be and why?
I think with like Wicked and everything, I think Cynthia Erivo.
Hmm.
I love musicals, so I loved Wicked this year, and she also has such like beautiful nails, and she always has super long ones, so I think that'd be like such an honor to do.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I love her nails. Like I love long nails. So, I love Wicked as well. I'm a theater nerd. My degree's in acting, so I love musicals too.
I feel like this year I'm like turning into a theater kid. My top album this year was Hamilton.
Oh, love.
A couple days ago I saw Lion King on Broadway. It was so good.
I saw your picture. Yeah.
It was so amazing. The props, the animals, everything was so cool. I grew up loving Mamma Mia. That was my all-time favorite musical. And even like driving to the gym, I will be listening to Hamilton or Wicked and all of that.
I absolutely love that. There was a video, I feel like, and maybe Corey made it, but there's a video of Pacific Rain, you athletes. It was like maybe you and Jayla, or maybe it's just you, but it was Hamilton. You were doing something with like Hamilton. I'm trying to
I
remember the
did
name.
the Hamilton trend this year of him like climbing out of the window to Best Wives of Best Woman. That was one really fun. I was like at first I was kind of embarrassed to post that to bring out that side of me, but I actually my
No.
friends were like I just posted it and the comments were so funny. So yeah.
We love, okay, here's the thing, and that's one reason why I started this podcast is because I want to have athletes on so that you can just be like who you are, a human being outside of gymnastics. Like, yes, we'll talk gym, of course we will.
Mhm.
But I love getting to know you guys as humans and because you're obviously so much more than what we see on TV, you know? So I love that you shared that with everybody, that you're a musical theater girl.
Yeah, and I've even thought like I posted like a TikTok of Wicked before a week before it came out of me doing the dance and from what is this feeling?
Yes, you
And
said
some of the
that.
comments were like, she should have a Wicked floor routine. And I'm like, that is such a good idea.
That
I'd love
would,
to do that.
gosh, you should do it. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I think I might.
You really should. That would be incredible. Ah, okay. Let's talk. Let's see. What is your, this is makeup. Are you a makeup girly?
Yes, I
Okay,
love
me
makeup.
too. Me too, me too. What is your everyday makeup vibe versus competition?
I feel like I don't do much every day. I'll always put like just like a lip balm. Maybe I always have my lashes on. I cannot go without my lashes. I think I like look like weird without them now because I've been doing them. But and then comp I do a lot more because I'm like showcasing and I just want to look really nice. And it's also just fun to do. So
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So you do your own lashes?
yeah, so I do lash clusters. Um, you just put them on with a little glue. They last for like a week and a half, maybe two sometimes. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I do lashes too, but I used to do that, but what I do now is I'll just put on mascara and then I'll take like a couple of clusters and just put them like on the outer corners.
hmm
I love clusters. They're great.
hmm
Do you have a must-have beauty product that you swear by when you run out of it, you have to go repurchase?
Honestly, any lip balm. I literally have a lip, like, I'll show you this. I
Show me.
have a lip balm collection. It's kind of getting out of hand,
I love it. I
but
support it, Simone.
okay. But I honestly don't really run out of lippies that often, but because I keep getting more.
Hmm.
But I literally love lip products in general, like lip pencils, liners, everything.
Hmm.
So I will always have a lippy on me and a lip combo on myself.
Yeah, no, same. I have a little bag that I keep in my purse, and it's just like strictly lip products. And you just never know when you're gonna need it, okay?
Like I think in every bag I have some sort of clear lip balm
Hmm.
because yeah, exactly. You never know when you're gonna need it. You never know when you're gonna little need a little touch up.
Exactly.
So mhm.
What are some of your favorite like lip gloss brands, lip balm brands?
I absolutely love Summer Fridays. I literally have every single one.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorites. I really have been liking the road ones.
Hmm. Hmm.
Those are really good too. Those are
Yeah,
some
those
of
are great. I love
Mhm.
I also love the Ole Henriksen.
Yes,
Those
those are
are
good.
really good too. I
Mhm.
love those. But yeah, the Summer Fridays, I love the Summer Fridays. I also love Summer Fridays jet lag mask. Have you ever tried that?
Yes, I bought the Christmas gift set with the two lip balms in it
Me
and I use
too.
that. It's so good. I use it under my makeup because it's such a good base and especially because it's getting colder now, it makes my skin like moisturize and don't feel dry. So I love it.
Yeah, it's the one with the like brown tube. It's like a chocolate one, and then there's
Yeah,
like a toasted marshmallow one or something.
the hot cocoa, the toasted marshmallow, I'm obsessed with.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
it's the packaging so pretty with the iridescent and
Hmm.
the lip balm is so good. Love
Yeah,
it.
I hear you, girl. Is there a makeup look that instantly like you're like, oh, this is me. This is me, like for competition?
I think I've slowly learned how to do my makeup and I figured out like exactly what I like to do and what I think looks the best on
Mhm.
me. I don't know if I like got inspo. I think I kind of slowly was just scrolling on TikTok and I started to learn and teach myself. So,
Well, you always look fabulous. Always.
yeah.
Yes. Is how important is I feel like I know the answer to this question just based off of what I've learned about you so far, but how important is self-expression to you as an athlete?
I think it's so important because you're doing the sport for you. You're
Mhm.
not doing it to like beat someone or like you're doing it for you.
Yeah.
The reason you got into the sport was for you because you had fun with it. And I think obviously you showcase it all in front of millions of people and people always will have opinions on you. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, it comes to you and like your decisions and what you think about yourself. So I always think of just like how much I've put in the work and how much I've done and sacrificed for this. So I love that I fell in love with it too. So
Yeah. I mean, I think the it's exciting to see an athlete really express themselves, be it with their Leo or their hair or their makeup or their nails, their floor routine. I mean, I love Jordan too because for those reasons because she's so and you are the same way. You're both very authentically yourselves and in like the way you express yourself and show that side of you. I love that. I think it makes you human, Like you're just a girl, just like
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
What do you do to relax?
I think one, doing my nails all the
Mhm.
time, but I love like Loki, honestly, every form of art. I love sculpting. Like I made this little trinket dish for Christmas for my mom.
How
Like
beautiful.
a little jewelry tray. And I've made so many different kinds of that. And then I love painting. I love like scrapbooking and journaling. I do so many different kinds of art and it's just so fun.
That's incredible. I'm a big art nerd as well. I don't do it so much, but I am appreciator of it. I love like art museums. I love music. I mean, just any kind of art I can get behind. Just kind of like I love sports as well. Like I can get down with any sport. Obviously, gymnastics is my number one, but that's why I love the Olympics because like every 4 years I get to watch like sports I never really get to watch that often. And
Mhm.
I feel like that with art too. Like there's so many ways to do art and express yourself, and I love seeing all of it.
Mhm.
Are
Yeah.
you a Netflix binger, a book reader, or a TikTok scroller?
TikTok scroller for sure. I feel like I'm always on TikTok. I think my screen time is mostly on TikTok. So,
Hey, my husband is that way actually. Like if he's at home and we're like on the couch, I'm watching Jim, he's scrolling TikTok.
mhm.
Yeah, constantly. He has it. Did you know on your iPad? Do you have an iPad?
Yes, I do.
Okay, on your iPad, you can like set it up and it'll just automatically scroll.
Oh, wow.
Like after a video ends, it'll just scroll to the next one.
Wow.
You don't
I
have to
feel like
do that.
I feel like that would make me sit on it even longer because then I wouldn't have to do
I
anything.
know. You don't have
So,
to move your finger.
yeah.
What kind of music is always on your playlist?
Right now, musical theater. I'm
Period.
so obsessed with it. I also really like Sabrina Carpenter. I love her new album and just like the success she had this year was amazing and I love following her too.
Yeah, no, she's incredible. And her makeup, oh,
Yes.
it always looks good. Always. What's something you're really passionate about outside of gymnastics?
Honestly, probably just different forms of art. I feel like gymnastics, like I show like myself through like tumbling and flipping and choreography, but then art and just it's showing yourself like your mind and your creative side that you can't really show with gymnastics. So I think that's just really exciting.
I love hearing that balance from you. And actually, there are other athletes I've spoken to that are also very creative and artistic, and they are crafty and things like that.
Mhm.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because I mean, you gymnasts are also artists too. It's
Mhm.
called artistic gymnastics, so it makes sense to me that you would also have a big love for all arts? How do you stay grounded when life gets really busy?
I think mm, when life gets really busy, I feel like I just like or just like remember everything I've done and just like try to calm myself in some way. I think journaling with that, just like emptying my brain and just like putting it all on paper, that's something I really started to do and what I really want to start to do this year because I feel like like balancing gymnastics in school is sometimes kind of hard. So I think remembering school and gymnastics is separate. And if I really get too stressed out, journaling really has helped me just like emptying out my brain and emptying out everything on the paper. And if I need to come back to it, it is written down and I can come back to it.
That's great. I love that. Okay, what would you say? I want to talk some more gym. What would you say is your favorite event?
I think bars is my favorite event. I feel like I really learned how to swing really well and just fell
Yep.
in love with it
Yeah, I
more
know
than ever.
you did. And your dismount is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so, and for those of you who don't know, she does a really difficult bar dismount. It's a full twisting double layout, and she does it so well. Talk to us about how well, when did you decide, hey, I want to throw this in competition or train it? Because it is a really hard dismount.
Yeah, I think honestly one of my favorite skills is a double layoff of bars. I think they're so pretty.
Hmm.
And I feel like I got really good at them. So Kale had me try twisting them. And it started honestly like just like tumbling like on tumble track, learning how to twist in a double A shape.
Hmm.
And then I think I learned off the bar because of I figured out how to do a double A full out off of a tumble track.
Hmm.
And then I just like transferred that over to the bars. And I think that really helped like doing it somewhere else first and not right off the bar really helped.
Yeah, you're really consistent with that dismount too, and it's so hard. So I love it. What are some, if you can tell me, if you can't, it's okay, we'll cut this out, but what are some upgrades that you're training that you're really excited about?
One of a couple of my big upgrades, like on beam, I'm training side relay, and yeah, and then on bars, I'm learning a whiler. So
Ooh, okay. Love it. Simone Rose is going to do a little whiler like Simone Biles.
yes.
That's great. I love a whiler. I remember watching Jordan Weber do those, and I was like, at the time I had no idea what skills were called or anything. I was like, "What
Mhm.
is that? That looks so cool." Um, is it hard? Is it a really difficult skill?
Yeah, I think it is. I remember I tried to learn it a couple years ago and it's kind of confusing
Hmm.
because I always thought it was kind of like a clear hip but
Hmm.
forward, but it's like not really and I feel like with the Weiler like you have to drop a certain way and if you're too far you can't get in, but if you're too close you won't be able to get around. So I feel like learning the timing of it and learning how to shift like over, it's just like
Yeah.
it's a different and like I feel like weird kind of scale that's like kind of uncommon, but I feel like it becoming a little more or more common. So
Right. Yeah. Hesley does it as well.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, it is becoming more common. You're right. Is there a skill that another athlete does really well? Could be NCAA, could be elite, but that another athlete does really well that you wish you could steal and replicate?
I think anyone who does a double A on floor.
Mm,
I double A's I think are so pretty, just like the way they how high they go, especially Trinity Thomas.
yeah.
Hers was absolutely stunning.
Hers is
And I,
perfect.
yes, on anybody who can do that, I think they're just so stunning, especially on floor.
Yeah. Double A's are so beautiful. And actually, my episode one was Bree Clark, and she does beautiful double A. And we talked about her doing the biles and how like difficult a double lay is just in general, much less like adding that half turn at the end. So, have you trained a double lay and what makes it so difficult? Obviously, like flipping in a laid out position, you don't have as much momentum. It's hard, but will you talk about that?
I learned how to do a double A, but I think I haven't like brought it to the floor and I think the furthest I got it to was like maybe like a rod floor.
Hmm.
And I think figuring out how to get it to flip because yeah, it is a straight skill and you can't like pull like a double tuck or a double pike.
Hmm.
And learning how to like figure out how to rotate, I think that's what makes it very difficult too.
Yeah, I feel like it would be very difficult.
Mhm.
Okay, do you like to travel?
Yeah, I love traveling.
What's your dream vacation?
My dream vacation's probably Greece. I want to go. I don't remember what they're called, where the white buildings and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know what they're called, but I know the white buildings.
And I also just want to live out my Mamma Mia dream and like go to the island and just like I don't know. It seems like such a beautiful country being like along the
Yes.
water and stuff. So
Do you like Greek food?
um, have I tried Greek food?
Simone's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I've tried Greek food
I
before.
don't. Are Euros Greek? Have I had a
Yeah, gyros
Euro?
are Greek.
Yeah, and
Have I had that?
doma.
I
They're like
think I have.
grape wrap, like rice wrapped in grape leaves. I think they're called doma. I think
Yep.
those are good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have tried those before.
I've tried. I don't remember them, but I love trying new food. I feel like
Yeah.
different like cultures of food is just like it's so cool. So I
Are
love
you a
trying new
foodie?
food. Yes, I love food.
So what are your favorite types of food?
I think I mostly like Asian cuisine. I think like noodles, like pho. I absolutely love pho and
Hmm.
like egg rolls. And I'm Filipino, and like a Filipino egg roll is called a lumpia.
Hmm.
Those are so good. I
I've
love
never
them.
had one. I love Asian food as well.
Hmm.
Love Asian food. I love sushi. I love
Hmm.
pho. I mean all of it. I just feel like I love bold flavor, and
Hmm.
um Asian food has a lot of bold flavor. What is one word that if like either your teammates at Pacific Rain or on Team USA would use to describe you, what do you think it would be?
I think determination. I
Mm.
feel like at home, like I'm always determined to finish the assignment and like strive for more. And at competitions, I'm always determined to do my best and bring out the best me.
Yeah. One
Hmm.
thing I love about your coach, Kale, is he seems like the best hype person. Like when you're on the floor and you're doing your floor routine, he's like clapping and he's like in it. Like, what does that mean to you? And is that something that you find very valuable?
Yeah, I feel like the support from not only just him, but also my other coach, Steph, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so supportive. They're always, especially at meets, they're always energized. And even at the gym, we play a lot of games in our assignments.
Hmm.
One of my favorites is we played a form of basketball. It
Hmm.
was when we were kind of learning new skills. So if you hit a skill, you'd get, I think, 3 attempts to like shoot a ball into a basket. We had two teams. I can't remember their names, but they were like basketball, like not basketball teams, but
Hmm.
they were two different teams. And that one was so fun because when we play games like that, like everybody, I feel like being a gymnast, you are so competitive, so everyone's trying to win.
Hmm.
But also just we're doing newer skills, and exciting to see people do newer skills, and it gets really loud, especially on bars. Like
Hmm.
that was one of my favorite games that we've ever played. So
That's awesome. I love that you guys are always having fun. Gymnastics can be so serious, but it's at the end of the day, it's just gymnastics. You got into
mhm.
it because it was fun. Keep doing it because it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so obviously I saw a video of you training some upgrades on vault.
Mhm.
What are the upgrades what are your goals for that?
I really, by the end of the year, want to compete a second vault. That's
Mhm.
something I've really been working hard on. And
Mhm.
also competing my double.
Mhm.
That one, I feel like it's been something in the making for a long time. And I feel like I finally was figuring it out. So I feel like that's something I also want to bring
Yeah.
out.
Your 1.5 is so solid. And like I remember watching you at Classic and you stuck it just like it was the easiest thing in the world. And for those of you who don't know, a 1.5 is actually, I don't know, like it's not, I wouldn't say harder than a double, but it's trickier maybe in the sense that it's a blind landing. Would you agree
Mhm.
with that?
Yeah, for me, I really struggled getting the double all the way around.
Mm.
So a 1.5 was better for me.
Hmm.
But I think they're hard in like different ways. I think
Yeah.
some people are better at doubles because they can get the block and like twist super well, but others are better at 1.5s. They might not have like the best block, but I feel like that's something where you can really get it to your feet. But
Mhm.
the blind landing, yeah, I think is what makes it hard. But like, I don't know if it's necessarily harder than a double because
Yeah,
I feel like they're almost two different, very different scales,
I
even
agree.
though it's some sort of twisting. But
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Yeah. I just think like I would imagine that the landing sticking at 1.5 might be harder, just in the sense that it is a blind landing, but I'm not a gymnast, so I do not know.
I think a lot of gymnasts would say like front landings or like blind landings are kind of easier to stick.
Hmm.
I mean, I've never really stuck a double, so it's hard. I feel like it really depends on the scale, but I feel like a
Yeah.
1.5 in a way is kind of easier to stick. It's still a
Okay.
very hard skill, but I feel like in a way it's kind of, at least for me it is.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I mean, you're very consistent with it, so
Mhm.
I could absolutely see that. What is your favorite word?
Positivity.
Love that. What is your
Hmm.
least favorite word?
Negativity.
What is a gym sound or noise that you love?
Um, I think the sound the beam makes when like you're like you know like when you like when gymnasts like hit it really hard and like hit it in a wobble,
Hmm.
just like the noise it makes.
Yes.
That. Hmm.
When I was talking to someone about that the other day, and I was saying that one of my favorite athletes that does that was Allie Raceman. When
Hmm.
she would like hit it so hard, like on the beam and zero wobble. And I loved that sound. So yes, yes,
And
agreed.
one actually, Sean Johnson's double down that
Great.
like the like way that like it's like so like even, it's
Uh,
just it's satisfying. And that noise is like it's like
it's
perfect.
like ASMR. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
absolutely. What gym sound or noise do you hate?
Um I guess it's not really a noise, but like chalk under my nails,
Mm,
or like sometimes when my nail like the way they like scrape the bar sometimes.
I've had so many people say that.
Hmm.
I've had every sound that people hate comes from the bars, pretty much.
Yeah. Sometimes like the swinging noise is nice, but like I don't
Yeah.
know, I think like the way like sometimes our hands like make noise on the bar, it's like, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I also had one athlete say, like, when you're moving the cables, like, it sometimes makes like a scraping noise that's not
Mhm.
pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tough. Okay. I feel like I know these answers too, but what brings you to life creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Probably different forms of art.
Mhm, I knew you were gonna say
Yeah.
that. I love that. I really do because I love gym and I love art. So I relate to you in that way. And the musical theater thing, like I said, I'm a theater nerd, so yeah, I relate to you. Okay. What is your guilty pleasure TV show?
Ooh. Maybe Grey's Anatomy,
Okay.
I think, but especially the musical episode. Uh, bring my theater side out again, but
Mhm.
I think I watched that episode a little too often.
That's hilarious. Simone, do you sing?
Um, I do in my car alone or in my room alone.
But you do you I'm sure you have a good voice. Like you just seem like if you love musical theater, you probably have rhythm, you probably know how to sing. I think you're probably selling yourself short.
Maybe, I don't know.
Ask your mom. What does mom say?
What do you say? I do sing in my room every night.
Yes. But
What'd you
we
say?
always hear it with the door closed, so I don't know.
Maybe starting with the door open.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I listen, I'm not a singer. I don't feel comfortable. Well, my brother's a professional singer and he's like one of the best singers I've ever heard. He's incredible. And shout out to my brother Ryan Greenewalt who has a Christmas album. If I know Christmas is over, but it's called Holiday is On if you want to listen to it on Apple or Spotify. Gotta shout out my brother while I'm talking about it. But he's like a really good singer and I always felt kind of uncomfortable singing, but I love singing, especially
Mhm.
to musicals. Like I will get down to Defying Gravity and I will
Mhm.
sing like I am Cynthia Erivo, but
Yes.
I simply am not.
Yes, I will always try the riff. I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes I might be able to get it, but I'm usually in my car alone when I do
Yeah.
that. So,
But that's okay. That's what I mean, it's about having fun with it, you know?
Mhm.
Um, do you like dancing?
Yeah, I like dancing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you ever take any dance classes at all or?
I did ballet for a little bit and I tried tap dancing, but I didn't like the how loud tap dancing was, so
Mm.
I didn't want to do it.
Let it be known, Simone Rose does not like the sound of tap dancing.
Well, I was a lot, I think now I'd appreciate it
Okay.
because I've seen people do it and I know it's really hard. But
Yeah.
when I was younger, when it was all like little girls just like with the tap shoes, I don't think I liked it.
Well, the little girls aren't Broadway stars, so
Yeah.
Your trip to New York, was that with your family or what was that? Was it just for funsies?
Those the
When you,
Broadway things.
yeah, when you saw Lion
Those
King.
are actually in Seattle. So
Oh,
we have two theaters in Seattle. That one was at Paramount.
oh my God,
I've seen Wicked, Mamma Mia, and Lion King there.
that's so
So
cool. For some reason, I thought you like flew to New York to see it. Okay, Seattle,
mhm,
love it.
mhm.
My friend,
I want to go to New York and watch a show.
well, you're a theater nerd. Gotta go.
Yes. I
Yeah,
wanted to watch Hamilton when Leslie Odom Jr. was back on. I wanted to go so badly.
I've seen Hamilton on Broadway.
Ooh,
It was amazing.
I really
Like
want to see it.
I was like 5 rows from the stage, and
Wow.
I cried. I did.
I probably would
What's
too.
your favorite Hamilton song?
My top song was Say No to This year,
Mm.
but now I feel like Reynolds Pamphlet and Burn I really like.
Oh my gosh, you like some like deeper cuts. I like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I also really love Satisfied. I forgot that.
Oh, that's
And
actually
I
my favorite
literally
song.
in the car like or I will be like listening through the whole soundtrack and I'm like I could be Angelica Schuyler.
No, literally,
I know all the parts like I could totally be her.
that song is so hard. It's so hard. Like she's like rapping kind of, but singing, and like it takes a lot of breath control, and it's a fun song. That's actually my favorite song in the whole musical.
Mhm.
Okay, who is on your gymnastics Mount Rushmore, your top four of all time?
I think like any gymnast. Okay. I think Jordan Childs,
Mm-hmm.
Trinity Thomas,
Hmm.
Rebecca Andrade, and Simone Biles.
Great answer. Great
Mhm.
answer. I love all of them. They're all icons.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Is there a gymnast that really, and so I know you started in Mommy and Me, but is there a gymnast that you saw on TV that you saw compete that really inspired you and made you want to be an elite gymnast?
I think Simone Biles, mainly because she shared the same name as me, and I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. Like we share the same name,
Hmm.
and just like all of her success, she's just incredible. It's amazing. So I think I really looked up to her.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were reincarnated as an animal, what animal would you be?
Ooh, I feel like after watching The Lion King, I'd want to be a lion.
Love.
Or be like a meerkat like Timon.
Oh, cute. I love meerkats.
Yeah.
We have a at our zoo here, there's like a little meerkat exhibit and they're all so cute. I love them.
Yeah, and I love the little pictures of them like standing up, like looking around. They're
They
so
do.
cute.
They just like stand up like this and they're just like
Yeah. And
I
their
love
posture is great, I have to say. They're
they're
like very straight up.
such a gymnast. The
Yeah.
posture is great on that meerkat.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So this is a question that I think is important. Looking back, what would, obviously you're still young, but looking back at really little Simone, what would young Simone be most proud of right now?
Ooh. I think probably like being able to travel the world and do gymnastics to represent my country. I
Yeah.
think younger me, like, I feel like I did gymnastics obviously because it was fun, and then I was sort of put into the elite side, and I never knew this is where it was gonna go. But I think that's something that would be that I'd think
Yeah,
about.
that's
Mhm.
beautiful. Because I talked to all the guests about this, but I feel like it's really important to make our young self proud. Um,
Mhm.
obviously especially for you gymnasts, there's a lot of noise out there. A lot of opinions, a lot of negativity. And I think at the end of the day, as long as you look in the mirror and you're like, man, like little Simone would be so proud of that. Like I think that's what is most important.
Yeah. And also like me journaling, I love writing future letters to myself.
Ooh,
Like
really?
I wrote my I when I was 16, I wrote myself a 17th birthday card, And it's just like looking back on those, like when I turned 17 or like a couple months later, it's just like it seems like I was so different then, even though it
Yeah.
was a couple months. But then I asked myself questions and it's so funny. And I think even in 8th grade, my English teacher had us write future letters to ourselves and
Hmm.
she'd give it to us senior year. And I got mine back and it was kind of funny to read the questions I had, but
Hmm.
also just like the things I wrote in that and like what I asked myself now is just like crazy.
Do you mind sharing what you asked yourself?
I don't exactly remember, but I
Okay.
remember I asked who was the president. I don't know why I asked myself that. I knew I didn't I don't know why I asked that. But like I think like I asked about 2024 Olympics. I
Mm,
remember that was like it's like oh who was on the 2024 Olympics and like
yeah.
to like be like I was in the run to do that and I was at Olympic trials. Just like I don't think my 8th grade mind thought that's where I was gonna be then. So
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think that was a big question.
sorry.
I think that was a big question of just like asking about Olympics. So
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. And I wanted to end with the Olympic trials because that was such, I mean, that was your kind of, I mean, obviously you had had assignments before that, but like that was a big moment for you. And being there, competing with all of those incredible icons in the sport, share what that meant to you, what it meant to you making the Olympic trials, period, what it felt like walking in that arena, and also the feeling of competing alongside such iconic athletes in the sport.
It was such an amazing experience and opportunity. I think I remember going into that year, I wanted to make an international assignment. It was my first year senior.
Mhm.
I didn't want to set a super high expectation for myself. I really just wanted to go into my first senior elite season just being wanting to make an assignment, which I did. I went to Colombia.
Hmm.
And then to go to Olympic trials, it was just such an honor that I feel like that experience was like so emotional but also so exciting and so fun. And even after my parents were like because like Olympic trials they treat it like an assignment, so we're not staying with our parents, and they were like I matured. They like said after it's like I don't is that the same Simone we brought in? Like it was I changed so much in that, and I think it was such an amazing experience.
I can only imagine. Talking to Tiana about it, we talked about trials as well, and obviously that was a huge meet for her too. And she said we talked about, the injuries and how hard that was. Um, did she said that there was a definite moment where all of you kind of came together and were there for each other emotionally or spiritually, just to kind of check in with one another and one another. Was that an active decision, and did you do that as well? Was that something important for you?
Yeah, I feel like I remember when I was younger, I always pictured Olympic trials super stressful and scary because you're all fighting for like 4 or 5 spots on a team.
Hmm.
And like when I was younger, I used to think like, oh, like I feel like nobody would want to talk to each other because like you're in like a competition. But
Hmm.
actually going there, it's like you're there as a team.
Yeah.
Like you're there for Team USA.
Hmm.
Whoever makes the team, and if you don't, you're proud of whoever makes it. You're proud of yourself if you did or didn't make it. And it was just like it was such an amazing experience to like know that all of us had put in so much hard work, and no matter what, we were all proud of each other and so happy for each other no matter what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it would take a village to get to that point, and part of that village is the rest of your teammates,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, and being there for each other. I feel like gymnastics has changed a lot in that sense. Like, when I'm a big gym nerd, so I watch like gymnastics meets every single day. I have my emotional support gymnastics meets. And but when I watch like older gymnastics meets, it really is so intense, and you don't see a lot of people smiling or laughing or really enjoying themselves at all. Um,
Hmm.
and so it is so nice, and it's so wonderful seeing the camaraderie between all of you athletes, because you can tell that you all really do support each other. You all love each other. You want what's best for each other. You want everyone to hit. You want everyone to be safe, and then let everything happen how it happens. And
Hmm.
that I want you to know, like that shines through the television.
Hmm.
Y'all, y'all truly are examples of what it means, women supporting women. And I'm very passionate about that. So I love to see that.
Hmm. Honestly, that experience, like everybody had so different stories and different
Mhm.
backgrounds, but when we came together and fought for each other, and it was such an amazing experience. So I'm really happy I was able to do it, and I think it helped me learn a lot about myself and a lot about gymnasts in particular.
And what do you feel like it taught you the most, that experience at Olympic trials, about yourself specifically?
I think that even in a big crowd or in such a big arena, like I'm just me and I chose the sport for fun. Like at the end of the day, it's gymnastics. Like
Mhm.
it's not life. Like um one day I will have to retire
Mhm.
and I'll remember all of these experiences, but I think that really just taught me like to perform at my best everywhere and perform for me and be proud of myself of whatever happens.
You really are mature and you really have a great head on your shoulders. I feel like every athlete I've talked to so far is very similar. Gymnasts, tell me if I'm wrong, y'all seem to mature mentally very quickly because you learn discipline at such a young age, you learn time management, you learn responsibility, you learn routine, and I feel like all of that is something I wish I had learned at a much younger age.
Yeah, I think gymnastics really teaches you a lot. I feel like you don't realize it until you're in it and you do it for so long, but it really does teach you a lot of life lessons.
All right. I can see that absolutely. If you could say one thing, if you wanted the gymternet to know one thing about you, if you could say one thing to the gymternet, what would it be?
Um, I don't know. I think just that I'm not just a gymnast and like I feel like I have a life outside of the sport and I think yeah, just
Yeah,
that yeah.
absolutely. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on Gymnastics with Joy, Simone.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. I've always wanted to do a podcast. They look so fun, just like people just talking, and I'm so happy you invited me. Thank you so
Of
much.
course, I'm honored that you said yes and that you're a part of this. This podcast is my dream, and so you're helping me accomplish my dreams. And I'm very humbled by that, and I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank you again so much, Simone, for coming on the show. It really means a lot. I learned so much about you that I'm really excited about. You are a very multi-talented person, and I cannot wait to see you thrive this upcoming season. I know you're going to crush it. I'm going to be rooting for you, and I hope you'll come back on sometime.
Yes, I'd love to come back on. Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun.
Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay? All
Bye.
right, bye.
Tumbling, tumbling away. Oh, we keep tumbling, tumbling. Oh, tumbling,